Last year, I officially completed my goal to read 100% of my manga collection, which only leaves one thing left to do: figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with myself this year. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is ThePromG. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, first and foremost, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you watching this video. Thank you so much for the support and for joining me on my 2024 manga collecting journey, or rather, this next step in my manga reading journey. Like I said in the beginning, one of my big 2023 New Year's resolutions was to read 100% of my manga collection, so nothing on these shelves I haven't read. Which presents the next step: what do I do with myself after having nothing left new to read in my entire manga collection? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 big things I plan to do as far as manga reading goes in the new year and beyond, which kind of ties into the direction I'm taking some of my new content I'm going to be uploading in 2024, so definitely stay tuned to the end. But right now, I want you to go down to the comments below and leave a comment telling me what percentage you estimate you've read of your manga collection. I'm very interested to see what a lot of you guys have to say, because one thing that actually inspired me to make this video in the first place is that I had a lot of people last year hit me up saying, I think it's really cool that you're trying to read all of your manga, but I'm kind of scared to do this for myself because I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if I had finished everything I had. So we're going to start this video off with the very first thing I plan to do. It may seem kind of obvious to some, but that is going to be continuing to read ongoing series with their new releases. Now in 2023, don't get me wrong, I bought a lot of manga, but I really tried to be more conscious and not buy a whole lot of things just because it would make my reading challenge that much harder. But now that I really have no restrictions, I'm going to catch up on all of the manga series. I've been putting off all of the ongoing releases, such as the Fist of the North Star hardcovers. I have a few volumes of One Punch Man I still have to buy and read. I mean, I just put together an entire manga haul a couple days ago, placed an order, and it felt so foreign to press that checkout and buy button after, months of not keeping up on any of these series. But besides just catching up with these ongoing manga series that I've already been reading for months or even years, I also think it's about time I start getting into some brand new series. Now, if I have just one fatal flaw, if you can call it this, is that I am not an early adopter when it comes to manga series. Very rarely will I stick my neck out, put money on the table, and try my luck with a brand new manga series that people haven't already read before me. I usually tend to gravitate towards the classics or highly acclaimed manga that, have been out for years or decades and that the rest of the manga community has had a chance to read and say, this is worth your time. But if something is publishing in Shonen Jump and gets, that first physical volume from Viz, 99.99999% of the time, I will not bother with it. So I think that one of my 2024 manga resolutions will be to try a couple of these brand new in-print manga series, take a couple risks, spend a couple dollars, and maybe, just maybe, it'll pay off. Now moving on to the second thing I plan to do with manga reading this year. This one involves little to no risk, which, I love the sound of. And that is that I'm going to stop abandoning these digital-only, untranslated manga. I'm finally going to read some. Now I've said in the past that I'm usually not a big fan of reading manga online, whether that be reading scans on a desktop or, reading on my phone. I usually prefer to just have a physical book in hand like most people. But the fact of the matter is that there are just so many manga that I've had on my read list forever. I mean, for like 3+ years that, haven't gotten an English physical release, so they've just stayed in the depths of my anime list backlog. So now that I don't have a lot of physical books new to read in my collection, I'm going to finally dive into some of these digital online-only manga, such as some Taya Matsumoto manga that, are currently untranslated, like Takemitsu Samurai and Zero, as well as a few Tezuka series that have not been translated. I mean, Lord knows he has so much manga I have not read. Some other manga series I'm thinking about reading are ones that have come highly recommended by lots of you guys, such as Kengan Ashura, Ultra Heaven, The World Is Mine, just to name a few. Just because a series doesn't have an English physical release, I feel like it's kind of unfair for me to just put it off to the side for God knows how long and ignore it, because these series deserve to be read and I'll probably enjoy a great deal of them. And at that point, I'm just robbing myself of enjoyment, so I'm gonna stop doing that by starting to read some untranslated manga via scans. Obviously, not ideal, I don't love to read online, but it's just the way it's gotta be, and I'm sure I'll find some great manga to be had. And the final big manga reading goal I have for 2024 is one that will definitely affect the kind of content that I'm putting out this year. And it's also just something that I've had as a personal goal that I really wanted to do for, years now, and that is finally revisit some of my favorite manga series ever. Now, when I started talking in this video, I'm sure some of you guys were screaming it through the screen, "PromG, you have so much manga on your shelves, just reread some stuff you already have," and you are 100% correct. I know the way a lot of people collect manga is to collect it, read it, and then just display it on the shelf, never really to get back to it. And in my eyes, you can collect however you want, but that is just not a very effective way of collecting, in my personal opinion. If it's gonna take up space, if it's gonna take up, potential money in your pocket, you should revisit it as long as you have it. Which is why there is currently nothing on any of my 5 bookshelves that I would not consider going back to in the future and rereading. If I had no plans of revisiting it, then why would I keep it around? So this year I'm planning to reread some of my favorite manga series of all time for a couple reasons. The first being to see if I can update the score I gave them, move some 9 out of 10s to 10 out of 10s. And I also want to do some arc and full series reviews for these series. For example, Berserk. Berserk is a series that, of course, is very special to me, one of my all-time favorites. But I've just been so scared off of actually committing to a manga review because it is such an expansive, dense series that recording that video would take me hours, not to mention editing. And these series are just so popular and well-researched that what could I possibly add? But I do want to start doing some arc reviews. In fact, I've already started rereading Berserk and have a video on the way for the Black Swordsman arc. The 2 other big series I plan to reread and review this year on the channel are Gantz and Vagabond. I'll be doing arc and then hopefully a full series review for both of those series as well as Berserk. And obviously, as some of my favorite series of all time, I have just been itching to get back to them and experience them all over again. I've probably forgotten so much about some of these series that I always say are my absolute favorites to almost an embarrassing level, so I'm gonna go back, read through them, and document my thoughts on each individual arc and series, just to have them documented for the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy those videos when they come out. But to kind of answer the question of what am I gonna do if I read all of my manga that a lot of people were asking me last year, that would be my #1 answer. Go back, read your favorite things. You probably will enjoy them even more than you did the first time. Just reread your favorite stuff and you'll find so much enjoyment. But that is basically going to do it for this video. Just wanted to kind of go over my plans for the new year and beyond now that I've finished reading everything in my manga collection. There is so much enjoyment still to be had, even though I don't have anything new to read per se. But I am just so excited for all of the manga reading I have in store for myself in 2024. And hopefully you guys stick along for the journey and enjoy the videos I put out. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more manga videos just like this. So yeah, this has been ThePromG. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, hope to catch you in the next one.